So today is our last day of our Walk With Me 7-day Book of Mormon challenge. Sorry, Val. I have to be really quiet because I'm still in the hospital. So that was my quiet scream. But you don't have to feel that way. You don't have to feel sad because you can keep on reading even though the 7 days are over. So did you know, let me give you some stats here. Do you know that the Book of Mormon is the 5th best-selling book of all time? And it's also the 4th most influential book in America. And why is that? Everyone now, because there's a power in the book. There's a power in the book. This awesome book has been passed down through powerful prophet to powerful prophet, and it delivers a powerful, powerful message. Ezra Taft Benson talked about how the Lamanites didn't have the book. The Nephites didn't have the book either. The book was written for us. It was written for us, for our day, under the inspiration of God, who sees all things, who knows all things. And he inspired Mormon, the major writer of the Book of Mormon, or the major abridger, is that a word? He abridged, he gathered centuries of records, and he knew exactly what we needed to know. He knew what struggles and challenges we were going to go through, and under the inspiration of God, he knew exactly what needed to be in the Book of Mormon so that we could read it and feel peace and feel powerful. So at this point, I wanted to kind of pick up at the part where Moroni, the son of Mormon, has the book, right? He has also seen our day, and he, when he saw our day, he described our day as a day when people would deny the power of God, when there would be wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes and turmoil. And this was the time that he saw, and this is the time he said the Book of Mormon would come to pass, and here it is. And this is the time we live in, right? So he lived 400 years after Jesus Christ, and he is the sole survivor. He's the only survivor left, and his people are gone. His civilization has been wiped off the face of the earth. It's gone. The Lamanites have done a good job at defeating the Nephites, and they've promised death to every last Nephite, and they're hunting every last Nephite down. And Moroni has seen the death of his father. He's lost his family, and he's all alone being hunted by the Lamanites. In fact, in Mormon chapter 8, it says, verse 3 and 5. So Mormon 8, 3 and 5, it says, and my father, and this is Moroni talking, my father was also killed by them, and I even remain alone to write the sad tale of the destruction of my people. But behold, they are gone, and I fulfill the commandment of my father, and whether they slay me not, whether they slay me, speaking of the Lamanites, I know not. Therefore I write and hide up the records in the earth, and whither I go, it mattereth not. So like basically he's wandering the earth, and he doesn't know what his purpose is, except other than to finish the record, finish the Book of Mormon. And he doesn't have any he doesn't have any tools to even finish it, but he's doing what he was supposed to do, and it doesn't matter. He said, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing what God asked, and he's wandering around. In fact, he wanders for around 36 years alone. Ever seen the show Alone? And these people it's a story where it's a show about where people go out and they're like in the middle of nowhere by themselves for like a time, and then whoever lasts the longest wins. Well, these people have been out there for like a couple days, and they're like hallucinating. I mean, they're like freaking out. Yet Moroni is wandering for over 36 years, and he wanders around, finishes the record, and he makes his way up, and he buries the plates in the Hill Cumorah in upstate, what we know now as upstate New York. And this is the coolest part, where over 1,400 years later, a young man, Joseph Smith, who's been tutored and taught by the angel Moroni, he goes and he unburies the plates. So Moroni was the last person to touch them, and now Joseph has them in his hands, and he begins to translate the record, which then becomes the Book of Mormon. And then years pass, and Joseph Smith finds himself in Carthage jail, and the mob is on its way, and he's there with his brother Hiram and a few others, and Hiram opens up the Book of Mormon. He reads out of the Book of Mormon, Ether 12, and he actually reads Moroni's words. That's one of the last things that Joseph Smith read, was the words of Moroni. And then after Hiram closes the book, Joseph Smith stands up and he holds the Book of Mormon up, and then he begins to bear testimony to the guards of the truthfulness of the Book of Mormon. That was the very last thing that Joseph Smith did. Is that not powerful? Is that not just amazing? And then a little bit of time later, the mob comes and Joseph Smith is martyred and killed because of that book. One of the reasons is because he's a prophet, and because of that book. He gave his life to bring that book to pass, right? To make sure that we had it. And he gave his life as one of the best men on the earth, save Jesus Christ. And so much sacrifice, so many testimonies are in and came out of and are in, and because of, we have this Book of Mormon, the people who participated in bringing forth this record, it's inspiring about what those went through to make sure that we had this powerful book. This book right here, this book is a gift from God. It is an awesome gift from God. And at the end of the Book of Mormon, Moroni asks us to do something. He says, "Come unto Christ and be perfected in him." I have two favorite words, and those that know me know that my two favorite words are peace and power. And why do we find power in the Book of Mormon and peace? It's because we come unto Christ through the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon is another testament of Jesus Christ. It's a testifier and a testimony of Jesus Christ. It talks about his life, his birth, his life, his ministry, his teachings, his resurrection, and his atonement. And because of that, it's powerful. It is a powerful book, and it bears testimony that Jesus is the Christ. And that is why you feel so much peace and power when you read the Book of Mormon. So the challenge today is simple. Don't stop reading. Keep reading, keep going. Make reading the Book of Mormon a lifetime pursuit. And when you do this, I promise you, because I feel it in my own life, you will have peace and you will feel powerful. So until next time, can't wait to keep learning with you, keep talking to you, keep having you participate in these little challenges that we do. We've got more coming. We hope that you're watching. Bring others with you, and we just can't wait to do this together. Let's do this together. So see you later, Lamanites. Did you like that? I thought that was super clever. Lamanites. See you later, Lamanites. Shalom.